Hello there, kia ora. Like many right-wing governments around the world, ours is following a path where they focus educational outcomes on what they consider a traditionalist view of learning, where every topic is in isolation, and that there's got to be a focus on certain core topics like reading, writing, and maths. We saw this past weekend that they'll even go to scaremongering levels to achieve this at an accelerated pace. But in a follow up interview yesterday, the Prime Minister added to this by telling national Uber fanboy Mike Hosking that he'd happily see schools drop arts and music classes to let schools focus on these areas that he considers the core of learning. And like everything else this government does, it's an idea totally in a vacuum that ignores the realities of the real world. It minimizes the way that young people learn, the outcomes from the way they learn, and the long term implications it can have. Let's take music as an example. As a creative form, music is heavily reliant on maths, beats, timing, chords, all of it's based on numerical interpretations. Research has shown that teaching students music can actually help improve their maths performance by creating neural pathways that better connect their brain. This allows them to be able to interpret complex math issues when they occur by creating alternate synapse connections to see problems and solutions in different ways. In fact, teaching any kind of creative output in school has similar effects across these neural pathways, creating new ways for students to learn and approach problems in other educational areas. Researchers found that a comprehensive study in art and creativity alongside more traditional topics will help students increase their comprehension across all academic studies. On top of that, though, there's a number of other benefits. Of course, critical thinking is a topic that this government, especially its more fringe elements, may be keen on not seeing improve amongst the population, or they'd realise just how bad things really are. But by looking at artwork, drama, and different forms of expression, research shows this helps young people build critical learning skills. Those different forms of expression are also a really important tool in creating emotional intelligence in a student population. And with those fringe elements I mentioned before, wanting to remove critical tools in this area like RSE, which is going to put our young people in danger, this is a vital skill for them to have, along with how creativity helps create a sense of identity and self-esteem in students. Hell, it even helps young people hone communication and fine motor skills. It helps with problem solving and spatial awareness reasoning. In older students, it helps promote innovation and approaches to thinking. And research has also shown creative endeavours in schools is an amazing way to help encourage cultural preservation. In India, for example, it helps teach students about their own heritage, traditions, and helps create a sense of national pride and unity. All things this government seems determined to undermine in other ways when it comes to the indigenous culture here. But hey, it's not forcing our young people to be tied to a desk learning numbers and letters by rote in a void outside of the modern way that technology, ideologies, and perspectives have created the world they live in. So, of course, anything creative is going to be stifled in public schools, which ends up just being another advertisement for charter schools to go and make money off the public education system.